time in the ball game to make it happen.
White, he's checked in for Jones. Rozier, the pass to Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
So he gets them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Just a tiny lead for him.
Yeah, but a chance to make it grow here.
46 seconds left to play in the second half. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Fresh, the pass to Montana. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Louisville.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Here's Rozier, covered by Montana, and stolen by Freak. It's good!
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Here's Sanders. Off target with his three. So it's UCF.
What's good, man? I'm dumb. I just took out my headphones.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now we'll look at UCLA's starting lineup. Montana, he's in at the point. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Now here's Freak. hits the three-point bomb. Freak's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Thomas a screen. Now Freak from deep sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Freak's got 6.
And guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
The Bruins shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And Johnson drops them both. Here's Stevenson. Right wing. Outside Knight. Michigan moving it around. Jones, no luck.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
On the court for Michigan. They've got Taylor. Cunningham is out there with Jones. And it's Stevenson in at the point guard. There's 1:26 left in the first half.
And you think about the impact those years of dominance have had on UCLA. I mean, still one of the most honored and storied and decorated programs in the United States. I mean, they are the program on the West Coast, although the Wildcats might argue, at least recently.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in
that athlete. Yeah. Man, those aren't legs. This guy, those are like springs.
Holy smokes, almost superhuman.
Guys, he can really elevate. That we know.
Banks kicks to Taylor. Will it go? And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the second free throw, good. The Bruins leading by 6. Here's Freak. 8 points for him. From deep. Shot is off. And so that's the end of the first half. The Bruins on top. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Move the ball and stick it to
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
So on the floor for UCLA. Montana, he's in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at center. There's the pick. Here's Flash, covered by Montana, and that one's good. That's 7 points for Smith.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Jones against Campbell. Jones, no luck.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Flash passes to Ellis. Jefferson's champion. The Bruins leading by 5. Ellis is out there with Taylor. Then it's Jones. And it's Knight in at the shooting guard. Now here's Freak. His three-pointers off the mark.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's the screen. Buries it down low.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here. The Wolverines making a switch here. Lights checked in.
Denzel Wright.
Knight dishes to Wright. Wright sets a screen. Banks kicks to Ellis.
That's the wall.
And it's Freak with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
On the wing, Ellis. Ellis draws it up. Back to Banks. From the arc. UCLA grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Roberts. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Michigan called for the foul. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bruins.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Michigan. Crawford's checked in, and Flash is subbed in for Banks. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. That's good.
That very well may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all the time to get sloppy with the basketball.
And how about the killer instinct on that possession? Not running the clock, but pushing the ball and tacking points onto the rim.
Smith checked in for Michigan.
John Smith.
Here's Flash. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Freak with it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
55 seconds left to play in the second half. And he lays it straight in. And UCLA leads by 8.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Smith. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Smith hits them both. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Montana. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us.